Thank you, Mr. President.
Yield for a question or two?
Sure.
I want to make sure I understand the provisions in your amendment, and I know one of them is that TSA, in order to act quickly and make changes rapidly, would need to establish that there is an emergency. And my question to you is, would the ongoing global war on terror be considered an emergency?
I do not believe that declaring that we have a problem with terrorism worldwide that is a status quo day in and day out would be considered a day-to-day emergency. The examples you used, however, Senator, of Hurricane Katrina or the necessity to respond in Lebanon, those issues, I think, certainly would be issues that the professionals at TSA, the officers, would want to respond quickly.
Criteria is that they could, if they could establish that we have a newly imminent threat, that they could act quickly to respond and not go through the collective bargaining process. Would al-Qaeda be considered a newly imminent threat?
Senator, I understand the point you're trying to make. I would say to you that there is a whole lot of things that some are trying to put under the rubric of a continuing threat against America. There have been proposals to take away some of the basic constitutional rights. There have been proposals to change the way we view some of the rights and privileges that Americans have. I think that to say that these workers don't get the same workers as the Border Patrol or as customs agents just because they're screening at airports under this rubric of the fact that we have to be concerned about worldwide terror is specious reasoning.
If I could just make one last appeal. This is the collective bargaining procedures the border agents have for just one union. This bill opens up the possibility of literally hundreds of unions in every airport, and I would just appeal to you that if every airport has to deal with separate collective bargaining arrangements and have to establish an emergency or an imminent threat on every occasion, and that we can second-guess them in Congress and lawyers will, I think we need to work together to make sure we come to the best conclusion. I know your amendment is well-intended, and hopefully we can discuss it more on the floor tomorrow and next week. But thank you.
Thank you, Senator.